The story continues with Aileen calls upon her demon friend to swear on her loyalty to demons. After James decides to trust her, he reveals that Ashtart is his birth name, given to him by his demon father. Aileen comes to the conclusion that someone is using James' name to frame him. On the day of the annual festival, Aileen convinced every student council member to wear the same duck outfit. Kyle and Walt inform her that they learned that the church has planted incense in the arena for the swordsmanship tournament. Aileen informs them that earlier, Claude decided to partake in the tournament, and if he comes in contact with the incense, it'll be a huge disaster. With Isaac and Rachel's help, Aileen tries to drug Claude but learns that Selena spiked Claude's cookies with a love potion, which tends to lessen the effect. Out of options, Aileen decides to bait Claude by insulting him to make him angry. She and the rest of the student council use Claude's anger to destroy the lanterns filled with demon incense. Just when Claude gets close to unmasking Aileen, Keith takes him away. The next day, the student council learns that the prize for a dance contest is devil incense. Once again, this puts them in a tight spot. Rachel steps up and says that she'll participate in the contest. Things go south when Selena pushes Rachel off the stairs to hinder her entry into the contest. Aileen decides to participate in the ball herself. The boys gawk at the sight of Aileen in a dress. They start questioning their eyes and sexuality as, in their minds, Aileen is still a boy. As a socialite, Aileen makes sure that Selena gets the bitter taste of defeat. After securing the prize, Aileen and the student council learn that they've been played again. Rachel informs them that Selena is creating a scene at the contest. When they all rush, they find Selena with the demon snuff. She wickedly announces that Ashtart is in the building, and she'll soon reveal his identity. With that, she opens Pandora's box. James begins to regress into his demon form after inhaling the smoke. The demon hunters, Kyle and Walt, point their guns at James in disbelief, while Selena smiles menacingly and tells Auguste to finish James. Aileen uses her holy light to soothe James. She reassuringly tells him that he has a place with her. When James reverts to his human form, Selena cowers in apprehension. As Aileen reveals her true identity, Claude catches her red-handed. The next day, Claude expresses his anger. Aileen becomes enraged as well, stating that as his future wife, she does not want to sit on her ass. Claude relents and seductively says that he'll punish her later. He informs her of Selena's fate. Aileen puts two and two together and realizes the real culprit who orchestrated the wicked plan is none other than Lilia. During her confrontation with Lilia, Aileen strictly tells her that she won't back down. Being in love means constantly putting yourself at risk for your beloved, and no one knows this better than Aileen. After making the entire student council her aide, Aileen decides to launch a raid at an illegal auction event. And as expected of her, she's doing all this behind Claude's back. The night takes an unexpected turn when Aileen meets a sorcerer, Eliphas Levi, who claims to be on her side. He insists on having a meeting with Claude. It's not long until Claude learns about Aileen's antics. At Claude's court, Eliphas asks Claude to save his family. The Levi family happens to be the only known humans with the ability to control magic. This caused a rift between them and the Empire, and once war was waged, the Levis were taken as hostages. When Aileen decides to give her 2 cents, Claude tells her that he loves her and teleports her to her house. While soaking in the bath, Aileen realizes that something is amiss as she recalls the game. In this arc, Claude is destined to have a romance with Lilia. Her suspicion is confirmed when her father learns that Claude has lost his memories. Determined to reunite with her lover, Aileen sneaks inside his chambers. After meeting with Claude, Aileen doesn't allow herself to despair when she learns that Lilia has filled Claude's head with lies. Instead, she cheerfully flirts with Claude and promises him that if she has to, she will seduce him 1,000,000 times. Aileen learns that Claude is due for an inspection and decides to meet him, believing that Lilia must be plotting something. After sneaking to meet Claude again, Aileen begins to playfully tease him when suddenly Lilia and Cedric alert her of their presence. Claude hides her in a closet and attends to Lilia and Cedric. Aileen huffs in annoyance as she sees Lilia shamelessly flirt with Claude in her fiancé's presence. It's a miracle that Aileen didn't murder Lilia there and then. Once Aileen takes her leave, she laments about the pain of unrequited love. Eliphas suggests Aileen use her tears to sway Claude's heart. Aileen jolts up and says that she will never stoop so low. Aileen takes the disguise of a boy once again and sneaks her way into Claude's unit. When Claude recognizes her, he takes Aileen by the hand and demands to know what she's up to. Cedric appears and tells Claude that Aileen has always been known for her determination. As Claude gets seated in his carriage for his inspection, he thinks to himself that he should distance himself from Aileen. Lilia enters the carriage. When Claude asks her about Cedric, she informs him that he has fallen sick. Claude begins to grow uncomfortable when Lilia makes moves on him. When a demon hears Claude's wish to distance himself from Aileen, he begins to attack her. As Aileen comes to terms with the fact that Claude wishes nothing to do with her, she breaks from the inside. Aileen slaps Claude and tells him that she won't be pursuing him. Claude calls upon Beelzebub and Keith. After his last encounter with Aileen, Claude orders his loyal servants to make sure Aileen attends the ball. Aileen, who is still hurt by Claude's unsaid words, stubbornly rejects Claude's proposal to go to the ball. When the demons perform a dance to sway her, Aileen decides to attend the ball. However, she decides to express her anger with Claude by hiding her beauty from him. When Aileen doesn't budge, Claude decides to just throw her on his shoulders. Now alone from the crowd, Claude expresses his guilt and then his love to her. Aileen shows him her fury but ends up relenting. Claude asks Aileen for a dance. Aileen tells him to go ahead, as she needs to fix her makeup. Just when Aileen allows herself to be happy, a sword is placed on her throat. Eliphaz reveals that he has been working for someone else all along. He then uses Amand as a pawn to tame Aileen. When Aileen is seized and accused of adultery, Eliphaz asks her to convince Claude, or else Amand will pay with his life. Claude tells Aileen that she just needs to declare her love for him, and he'll know. Backed into a corner, Aileen lies to him, when suddenly Amand breaks free and informs Claude that Aileen is lying. Eliphaz immediately takes out Amand. The pain of losing his beloved pet brings back Claude's memories. As things go south, Claude teleports Aileen and their loyal aides to safety. The next day, while escaping, Aileen comes face to face with Eliphaz. Aileen opens her eyes and finds herself and Eliphaz in a dungeon. As it turned out, after being used by the Empress Dowager, Eliphaz was cast aside. Aileen learns from Eliphaz that her holy sword ate up his magic. She uses the power of her sword to break free. Aileen asks Eliphaz to beg for forgiveness, as it's the only way she can help him after killing Amand. Eliphaz offers his eye as a sign of his devotion to her. Meanwhile, Selena extends a helping hand to the student council, as she wants to see Lilia's downfall. With Eliphaz and her friends' help, Aileen makes it to the castle, where she faces Lilia. After an agonizing battle between Lilia and Aileen, Amand makes a surprise entrance and saves the day. With the magic lifted and the Demon King free, Lilia gets punished for her crimes while Aileen prepares for her wedding with Claude. In the end, the Villainess managed to turn her fate around by winning the Demon King's heart and ours. Ending this beautiful love story with a happy ending. And once again, with the power of love and friendship, the main character of the story manages to save the day and win over the heart of her lover. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to watch more awesome anime recap.